Hey toy collectors, welcome to another super exciting, outrageous toy review. Today, we're taking a look at a Pop Vinyl figure. This is part of the Pop Retro Toys line. It's number 21, Metalhead, and he's a Target exclusive. Now, I have some of the Ninja Turtle Pops, and they're all part of the Pop animation line. The fact that this Metalhead is based on the old toy, I think is really cool. The back of his package shows off some other Ninja Turtle Pops, including Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Casey Jones, but they all seem to be based on their 1990 movie appearance. This new line of retro toy pop vinyls seems to be a way for them to release a whole bunch of different properties all at once, as well as reissue some characters that have previously been released as animation pops. So things like the Ninja Turtles are getting a refresh, as well as G.I. Joe. But there's also My Little Pony and some board games like Monopoly that are all part of this set. I think this Metalhead looks really great, and he's a ton of fun. I do feel like we got to start out by taking a look at the two figures next to each other. You can see all the similarities in these figures. The original figure is a little bit darker gray, but the rest of the paintwork and things match up pretty nicely. Of course, the proportions are pretty out of whack, with Metalhead the Pop having a much smaller body and a much larger head. But I think the proportions on the body look pretty good, almost like a miniaturized version of the original action figure, with a jumbo head stuck on. So Metalhead has that one pop point of articulation. He's got some great gold paint there in his teeth. It would be amazing, but of course they didn't do it, if the light piping had been built in. He has his brain here, and his big old red pop eyes here. On the vintage toy, if you could hold it just right and get the light to shine on his brain, his eyes would look like they were lighting up due to light piping, which is a really cool feature. They aren't building action features into Pops, but that would have been fantastic if they could have done it. They used some really nice gold paint on his body. It's not quite as cool as the VAC metal on the original Metalhead, but it looks pretty nice. He does have his backpack accessory molded on there. It even has the little radar sticker with the foot soldier. The straps come around and plug into his chest. He's got his little belt that on the original figure was removable. Of course, all this stuff is permanent. He does not come with his other accessories, but since he doesn't have swappable hands, and you can't access the top of his backpack to plug anything in, both his drill nunchuck weapon and his little radar dish are pretty much of no use for this guy, and Pops don't usually have a whole lot of accessories, or even in general weapons in their hands, unless it's really vital to the character. I might have actually passed on this figure if it had been based on his cartoon appearance, but the fact that this guy is so aligned with his vintage toy really got me thinking he was cool, and I had to have him. I do want to track down a bunch of the retro G.I. Joe figures from this line, but G.I. Joe is like one of my all-time favorite brands, so I'm still hunting around for some of these Pops, even though I've drastically cut back on my Pop collecting. I'm a sucker for 80s and 90s toys. Thanks for watching this super exciting, outrageous toy review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos.